It was a perfect day for boating. Anyone with a boat, or even without, was floating on the river. George had never seen so many different boats in his life. And then he saw a boat that wasn't like any he'd ever seen before. A boat full of cars.
Oh, that's a ferry boat. It carries people in cars across the river.
George loved cars. But cars and boats together, it was the apple pie and ice cream of transportation.
Ahoy! Today's our annual model boat show. Big prizes for little boats.
George! Over here! What do you think of her, George? Sailors call boats her. I bet a city kid like you never knew that.
Yeah. You made that, Bill?
Yes, sir.
Well, that is pretty impressive, isn't it, George?
Oh, thanks. But it's nothing compared to Mr. Quint's model whaling boat. That's it over there.
Draw the nets, laddies. Aye, aye, Cap'n.
And over there is Mrs. Rankin's Ark. And look at all those over there. It's some pretty tough competition this year.
Now, don't underestimate yourself, Bill. That is one fine-looking boat. Good luck. Oh, sure, you can stay with Bill. I'll set you up right here. Okay, I'll be over at the bleachers saving up some seats and sizing up Bill's competition.
I'd sure like to win a ribbon, George. To buy this kit, I had to save 9 weeks of money for my paper route. Oh, I almost forgot to do my paper route. Could you do me a big favor and watch my boat while I'm gone? See you soon.
George knew boat watching was serious business. There were a lot of nice boats here, but not one person had built the greatest boat. A ferry boat. Maybe he could build one. Commanding a ferry had been George's lifelong dream, ever since he first heard of them, earlier that morning. Luckily, Bill's boat looked good as new. Maybe he just put it down the wrong way.
Hey, George, how's it going? I'll be back after I deliver the rest of these papers. Thanks for taking good care of my boat.
George couldn't figure out what he'd done to it. It looked perfect. But he knew one thing.
No!
Bill couldn't enter the contest with this boat. George had to build him a new one, and fast. Unfortunately, George had no idea how to do that. First, George had to find out what boats were made of. If you've got to build a boat in a hurry, a bucket of toys is a handy thing to have. Jumpy Squirrel's new favorite thing to do was watch George sink boats. And he wasn't disappointed. It turned out metal didn't float so well, especially when it was full of holes. Plastic. Plastic might work. Just like the other toy boat. But metal cars are heavy. Even so, it was sort of floating. It was just sort of floating underwater.
Hey, George! See you soon. I'm almost done.
George had 3 great-looking boats. But just looking boaty didn't make them float. At last, George had something he knew would float. Bill wasn't going to win any contest with a tiny board. And this is what he had to work with. Maybe it was time to study boats in action. Wide boats seem to work well. Steam coming out. A propeller. And a good solid bottom. Okay, a wide boat with steam coming out and a propeller.
All done. I'm just gonna drop my bike at home. Would you mind watching my boat for a few more minutes? Phew. Newspaper delivery is an exact business. People expect it at the same time every day. Thanks for watching my boat. Where is my boat? George! You built this yourself? Wow. I thought city kids just bought everything. Where'd you say my boat was? Holy cow! You did me a real favor, George. I forgot to close the windows. Thanks for showing me. I would have really been sunk if it happened in the contest. Model boating requires utmost attention to tiny details. And keeping the water out. Come on, let's go enter. you gotta bring your boat to enter it. Sure. Who else has a boat like that?
Let's hear it for our winners!
Congratulations, George. I didn't even know you built a boat.
I convinced them to enter it. And did you see this? It says best boat by a monkey. That's funny. They must have run out of regular ribbons. I'll take care of this. I'll ask them to make you one that says best boat by a city kid.